Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Welcome to Thursday night, my friends. I'm meteorologist Andrew Humphrey. Rain is moving out, but colder air is moving in. We'll talk about how low temperatures go tonight. I've got your Friday forecast, your weekend forecast, plus the outlook for winter is here. I've got your winter forecast in minutes.
Hundreds of Beaumont workers now off the job tonight for not getting vaccinated by this week's deadline.
But we'll begin with U of M's president addressing the protest that's been going on outside his home for the first time. Glad you're with us at 11. Former Michigan running back and Dr. Robert Anderson survivor John Vaughn is nearly 2 weeks into his protest outside the home of U of M President Mark Schlissel.
And finally, at today's Board of Regents meeting, he acknowledged the protest, but his comments did nothing to deter Vaughn. Let's get to Jason Colthorpe in Ann Arbor tonight to tell us why.
I can answer that with a number, 55, as in 55 miles away, which is where Schlissel made those comments on the campus of U of M Flint, and has yet to walk the 55 steps out of his residence and speak to John Vaughn or any of the other survivors and supporters out here.
You drive 55 miles and you can mention my presence, but you can't acknowledge my presence personally.
Vaughn's protest has only gained more resolve by what he heard at Thursday's Board of Regents meeting.
Through public comment sessions with investigators, to the news media, and in demonstrations, including the one on the Ann Arbor campus in front of my house. The Regents and I have heard them. We're listening intently and encourage any survivors to speak out. We value their voices.
Tomorrow will be 2 weeks, and I still have yet to talk to anyone representing this university except for the university police.
The longer Vaughn's protest goes, the more support it seems to get. Not only is he joined daily by other Anderson survivors, but some Nassar survivors and often current Michigan students, themselves victims of rape and abuse.
Each and every student that comes by and talks and shares their story gives me another day. And they forget that back in 1988 is when they started to build me for a challenge physically and mentally like this.
A Michigan man.
A Michigan man, absolutely.
We did offer President Schlissel a chance to talk about this on camera, but he declined. The university did tell me, though, John Vaughn has had an opportunity to speak to the president and the Board of Regents at the Regents meetings, the one where several players came forward and were heard, and he declined to speak at that one, nor as well as the one today, but they said he is more than welcome to come to the next Board of Regents meeting, which is in December, and they would love to hear him share his story. Reporting live, Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
All right, Jason, now to breaking news from Detroit schools, where the district is suspending in-person learning at Bates Academy because of COVID. District says the school will pivot to remote learning due to concerns raised by staff and families regarding several positive cases, including the principal. In-person learning is set to resume Monday, November 1st, but remote until then. Well, cool weather has arrived. Did you feel it kind of roll in?
Yeah. I did, Andrew. We knew changes were coming. Some of us will be waking up to temperatures of what, in the 30s?
Kimberly and Devin, that's right. So make sure you grab an extra blanket. Many of us will be doing so with those temperatures that will make it down into the, well, some temperatures are already in the 40s, but that's right, in the 30s as well. It's 47 in Howell, while it's 52 over at City Airport. The rain, fortunately, has stopped, so it will be getting drier as it becomes chillier. Still cloudy skies overhead, 51 degrees over at Metro Airport. With a wind shift now out of the north-northwest, it's pulling colder air into the region. Visibility is looking good, winds blowing at around 10 miles per hour. But temperatures dip from the 40s and low 50s where they are now into the middle, then low 40s by dawn, even upper 30s, especially west and north of the city, down to around 39 or less for our neighbors over in Howell. But then how high do they go tomorrow afternoon? Any more rain in store for tomorrow and the weekend? We'll talk more about that. Plus, the winter outlook for this coming winter is now out from the National Weather Service. We'll talk about a winter forecast as well in just a few moments.
All right, Andrew, 370 Beaumont Health employees are now suspended after not getting the COVID vaccine by Monday's deadline. Mara McDonald live in Royal Oak tonight. And Mara, we should note that 70 others left voluntarily because they didn't want to get the vaccine.
Devin, that's right. And to put these numbers into some sort of context for everybody, we're talking about 1% of Beaumont's workforce. Let me show you. The Beaumont Health System employs around 33,000 workers throughout its facilities, so the vast majority of its workforce is vaccinated. About 2,300 workers were given a waiver. The federal government has issued a vaccine mandate for hospitals and healthcare facilities, along with any business that employs over 100 people. The Henry Ford Health System let 400 of its workers go who refused to get vaccinated, but also granted some waivers. It says it would happily welcome these staff members back if they were to get vaccinated. Like so many other industries right now, there is a staffing shortage in healthcare. But those federal mandates mean unless a health system enforces the mandate, it's not going to get federal monies. Almost all the hospital systems across the state of Michigan have a mandate in place. Beaumont says it will welcome back any staffer who is currently suspended if they get vaccinated by mid-November. Back here live. Meanwhile, Michigan's COVID case numbers continue to rise. We're not in the top 10, though. Currently, we're sitting at number 12. Number 1 in the country for new COVID cases? That's North Dakota. We're live in Royal Oak tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Hey, Mara, thanks. The state has suspended operations at an Oakland County driving school for an incident involving a teenage girl.
Stephen Kimler is the owner and instructor of a round-town driving school in South Lyon. Today, the state suspended operations there after Kimler was charged with 1 count of contributing to the delinquency of a minor. According to the Oakland County Sheriff's Office, the charges come out of an inappropriate comment he made with 2 minors in his car during a road test. As a result of the charges, he cannot have contact with anyone under the age of 18.
An investigation continues after a Westland school was locked down over reports of a student with a gun. It happened this afternoon at John Glenn High School after the school resource officer was notified of a fight. The school was locked down as a precaution, and officers found the student in question unarmed. After finding no weapons at the school, investigators lifted that lockdown. One parent says the school, though, needs to do better communicating in these situations.
They didn't know what was going on. No one was giving us any kind of information. So we're speculating. We're just finding out there was a big fight last week. And we were thinking that maybe it was the boy that got beat up, coming back for revenge.
All after-school activities at John Glenn continued as normal, and school will be in session tomorrow. CDC has officially approved booster shots for both the Moderna and Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccines.
CDC director also giving the green light to allow mix and match boosters. We've been talking about that all week. That permits recipients to receive a different variety of booster than their original vaccine. Moderna's booster, by the way, is a half dose. It's given at least 6 months after you had your second shot. The CDC says recipients of the single shot Johnson & Johnson vaccine who are 18 years of age and older, they can receive any booster at least 2 months after their vaccine. A Warren City councilman arrested after refusing to leave the TCF Center because he wouldn't wear a mask. He left the building. The person in the video has been identified as Warren City Councilman Eddie Kabasensky, who was previously arrested last year for handcuffing a woman during a Donald Trump rally. Kabasensky was trying to enter the TCF Center for yesterday's redistricting meeting when this happened. The rule stated a mask was required. Detroit police told us he was taken into custody for trespassing.
City of Hamtramck is now giving out free water filters after high levels of lead is detected in some drinking water there. About 700 filters with replacement cartridges were given out today to residents at the Hamtramck Town Center. The move comes as officials recently collected samples from 42 homes and 6 sites were above the action level for lead. Residents can have their water tested for free by contacting the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. A former office manager and a county commissioner were among the witnesses taking the stand today in the case against Eric Smith.
Yep. Former Macomb County prosecutor accused of spending up to $600,000 in money from drunk driving and drug forfeiture accounts for his personal use. He's already pleaded guilty to federal obstruction of justice charges. Today's hearing is in connection to his state embezzlement case, and there he faces up to 20 years in prison. The hearing will determine if he'll stand trial in that case. It is set to continue now next month.
Still ahead, a crackdown on credit card skimmers.
Yeah, new tonight, statewide operation that discovered skimmers at several local gas stations.
And a parking lot getaway attempt involved a driver ramming a police car, but they didn't get very far.
An Oakland County woman accused of stealing her parents' Jeep and then crashing into a brick wall. What deputies found inside the Jeep has her now spending the night in jail. It's next.